Khan, Shalom. I want to start off by saying Kal Halal Yamla, Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahushai, Ba'asham Raka Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone for teaching us His truth and who rule well. Peace and citations unto the Hakim that is spread around the four corners of the earth, spreading this word in sincerity and in truth. Shalom to the hopeful elect. Khan, so I'm the brother Kwatas Absayan, coming back through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahushai with another lesson. And yeah, man, today I want to go into the book of Proverbs, Proverbs 1, starting at verse 20. In my Bible, it's entitled, The Result of Rejecting Wisdom. Yeah, man, so without further ado, we're going to jump straight into it. Can't wait a second. Just do something real quick. Bear with me for a second. God. So this is Proverbs 1, verse 20. Wisdom cried without, she uttered her voice in the streets. God. So that's what we're sent out to do. You know, that's a commandment of Yahweh Basham Yahushai, that we, Yahweh Tazayas, men of the Lord, go out on the street to proclaim his wisdom, you know, to warn these people. We're not supposed to be inside a house, inside a building, because Yahweh Basham Yahushai commanded us to be in the highways and byways, you know. Let's go to the book of 1 Corinthians. 1 Corinthians 1. Verse 20. This is 1 Corinthians 1 and 20. Where is the wise? Where is the scribe? Where is the disputer of this world? Had not Yahweh made foolish the wisdom of this world? For after that, in the wisdom of Yahweh, the world by wisdom knew not Yahweh. It pleased Yahweh by the foolishness of preaching to save them that believe. God. So Yahweh Shem Yahushai had made foolish the wisdom of this world, you know, because the wise people of this world, they don't have this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, you know. They only studied the ways of this world. They only follow the books that Esau gave them, you know, mathematics, biology. I'm not saying that anything's wrong with that, because you need that also, you know, if you need to know how to count money, to calculate, because how else are you going to do business? How else are you going to, how else are you going to, or else people are going to rob you, you know? So those are things that you should know also, but the real wisdom of Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai is the scriptures, you know, because that's the living water, you know. God. But also it says, it pleased Yahweh by the foolishness of preaching to save them that believe. So it pleases Yahweh that we are in the streets and the highways and byways to preach to these people, you know, because you have some that believe, but they go to this church, you know, and the church is deceiving them. You understand? So we are here for those people that believe, you know, we're here fishing them out of the many people that walk past. As Jeremiah 16 and 16 says, you know, we are fishers of men. Come. This continuing, Proverbs 1 and 21. She cried in the chief place of concourse, in the opening of the gates, in the city she uttered her words, saying, God. So wisdom through the men of Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai cried in the chief place of concourse, the chief place of concourse. Let's go into that word concourse, which is ha hamaha in the Lashon Kodash. Let's see. And it means sound, make noise, tumult. You see, places that are that a whole lot of people are at, in the cities, to be clamorous, to be discreet, be loud. Yeah, the loud places, the marketplaces, and the gates of the cities. Gone. So continuing, Proverbs 1 and 22. How long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity? And the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge. Gone, because these people, they're foolish, man. They hate this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai because they don't understand it. You know, how long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity? Our people are very simple, man, because as the scripture says, the ox knoweth his owner. Let me get that real quick. That's in Isaiah 5, verse 13. Therefore, my people are gone into captivity because they have no knowledge, and their honorable men are famished, and their multitude dried up with thirst. You see? Therefore, my people are gone into captivity because they have no knowledge. These people, they despise the wisdom and knowledge of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. You understand? Kanzalakia. This was that was also good, but this is the scripture I was looking for. That's this. Isaiah 1 and 3. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib. But Israel doth not know, my people doth not consider. You see, my people, they don't, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is people, they don't even consider who their power is, who their God is. If you see all these other nations, they have their power, they have their people, that their gods that they worship, you know. But our people, Israel, is a stiff-necked people, man, and they always go in the ways of the heathen. You understand? Continuing, a sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity, a seed of evildoers, children that are corrupters. They have forsaken Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. They have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger. They are gone away backwards. You see, they're backsliding children, and they don't want Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. But now in these last days, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is waking up his men, waking up his people, bringing back home the lost sheep of Israel, the elect first and foremost, and then the rest will follow, because the elect is gonna be doing the work in the highways and byways. Come on. So going back, this is Proverbs 1 and 23. Turn ye, so like I turned you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you. And let's go into that word reproof. Reproof in the Lashon Kodash is tawabacha. Tawabacha. The outline of biblical usage says rebuke, correction. You see, so Yahweh Shem Yahushai is correcting his people, is correcting the foolish, is correcting the sinful people, you know. And how is he correcting them? Because he said he's going to make known his words. Turn ye at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. How? I will make known my words unto you. Let's go to Hosea. Hosea 12 and 10. I have also spoken by the prophets, and I have multiplied visions and used similitudes by the mystery, by the ministry of the prophets. You see? So by the mouth of the prophets, Yahweh Shem Yahushua is talking to his people, talking to the foolish, talking to the ones that believe, the ones that want to follow Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And also Hebrews. Hebrews 1 and 1. Yahweh, who at sundry times and in diverse manner spake in time past unto the fathers by the prophets. You see? So Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is speaking through the prophets. Come on. Going back. So turn ye at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you. Continuing. Because I have called and ye refuse, I have stretched out my hand, and no man regarded. But ye have set at naught all my counsel, and would none of my reproof. I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. Come, let's go into that word calamity. Because this is speaking about Jacob's trouble. And in the Lashon Kodash is ayat, ayat. You see, and the outline of biblical usage says distress, burden, calamity, calamity of a nation. You see? Oppression, destruction. So it's speaking about a calamity of a nation. And which nation? It's speaking about the ones that don't want to listen, the ones that don't want to take heed to the words of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, the ones that this law was given unto, and he's trying to call them back. And they will not listen. So yeah, man. That's Jacob's trouble. Jacob's trouble is gonna come, calamity of a nation. And I will laugh when your fear cometh. Salakia. I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. God. And how is he going to mock? Also through his prophets, man. His prophets are going to be laughing in those days, His prophets are going to be well fed when the famine is here. You see? God. When your fear cometh, as Salakia, when your fear cometh as desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish cometh upon you, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. Gone. So when your fear cometh as a dissolution, let's see what a dissolution is. That's like a desolation. Gone. So desolation in the Lashawan Kwadash is Shawa'ah. Shawa'ah. And the outline of biblical usage says ravish, ruin, waste, devastation, ruin, waste, destroy, destruction, storm. You see? So when the storm cometh, you see what happens when when a storm passes through a country. The whole place is desolate. You understand? And that's what's going to happen also because Esau is going to come as a storm against Jacob, because he's making all his military might ready right now, to his FEMA camps to take all these people that don't want to take the chip, that don't want to be part of this new world order of their new society. You see? Let's go into that. So Isaiah 59, verse 19. So shall they fear the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. Speaking about Yahushai, the rising of the sun, when the enemy shall come in like a flood. Remember that storm we're talking about. So where the enemies will, so like when the enemies shall come in like a flood, the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai shall lift up a standard against them. That's speaking about spiritual powers. So the men of the Lord are going to get spiritual powers as soon as the storm comes. And Esau is that storm. His military might is that storm. Let me see. Let's go to the book of Revelation. Revelation 17, verse 15. And he said unto me, the waters which thou sawest when where the whore sitteth are people and multitudes and nations and tongues. You see? So that storm, that flood represents people that are going to come in Jacob's trouble. You see? Against Jacob, because there's is going to be a time as it has never been. You know, that's Daniel. Let's go to the book of Daniel. Daniel 12. Come on, this is Daniel 12 and 1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book. Done. So not everybody is going to be saved. Only the ones that are written in the book. You understand? So the people that reject this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, those are going to be in a calamity. Those are going to be desolate. Come on, let's go back. Come on. When your fear cometh as desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when when distress and anguish cometh upon you, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. Come, so at that time, that's when they're going to be looking for Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, when it's too late, when the enemy is coming in as a flood. You see? Let's go to Hosea 15 and 15. No, that's not correct. Is it, bear with me for a second. It's Hosea 5. This is Hosea 5 and 15. I will go and return to my place till they acknowledge their offense and seek my face. In their affliction, they will seek me early. That's when they're going to seek Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, when they're being afflicted. But then it's way too late, man. Come on. Let's go to Jeremiah. Jeremiah 2, verse 27, saying to us, saying to a stalk, They art my father, and to a stone, Thou hast brought me forth. God, that's what our people were doing. That's what our people do. They worship wood and stone, and say that they are their father, for they have turned their back unto me, and not their face. God, so they weren't seeking Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. They turned their back to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. But in the time of their trouble, they will say, Arise and save us. God, because Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is still not going to help you. You turned your face, right? So go to your gods and let them help you. You see? God. Continuing. Then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. For that they, Salakia, for that they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. They would none of my counsel, they despised all my reproof. So they despised my correction through the men of the Lord. Let's go to Jeremiah 6. This is Jeremiah 6 and 16. Thus saith Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Stand ye in the ways and see, and ask for the old paths where is the good way, and walk therein, and ye shall find rest for your souls. But they said, We will not walk therein. You see? We were urging them, we were telling them, like, this is the way you have to go. You have to go. This is the way you have to walk. Stand ye in the way and see and ask for the old paths, where is the good way, and walk therein, and ye shall find rest for your souls. Come, because Yahushai is that rest. Yahushai, every man that is weak and laden, let them go to Yahushai, and he shall give them rest. But they didn't want to hearken. So they said, we will not walk therein. Come, so this is what is going to come upon your own head, man. Come. Let me go back to verse 27, because I actually wanted to go into that word distress. Let me read again. When your fear cometh as a desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish come upon you, then shall they call upon my name, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. Let's go into that word distress, because that word distress, which is in the Lashon Kodash, Tazara, it means straits, to be in trouble. You see, Jacob's trouble. To be in straits, difficulties. Straits is difficulties. Let me see. Come, this is it. From Middle English, shortening of Old French, straight, which is tight, narrow. You're going to be in a tight situation, in a tight spot. Come. Let's look up that word, anguish also, which is tazawak, tazawak. The outline of biblical usage says constraint, distress, strait, distress, anguish, distress, troublous. So it's surely talking about Jacob's trouble and the people that didn't want to hearken what is going to happen to them in that time of Jacob's trouble. They're really going to be in distress and anguish and all these situations where Yahweh Shem Yahushai is going to turn his back on them because they turned their back to Yahweh Shem Yahushai first. But continuing, verse 31, they would none of my reproof, they despise all my reproof. So like they would none of my counsel, they despise all my reproof. Therefore shall they eat of the fruit of their own way and be filled with their own devices. Gone. So the thing that they were worshiping, that's what's gonna haunt them also, because Yahweh Shem Yahushai, he's choosing these people, their delusions. He's choosing the thing that you worship. That's what's gonna come upon their own head. Let's go to Isaiah. Isaiah 66:4. I also will choose their delusions and will bring their fears upon them, because when I called, none did answer. When I spake, they did not hear. But they did evil before mine eyes and chose that in which I delight not. God. This was going to happen to them, man. Yahweh Shem Yahushai is going to choose their delusions. He's going to bring their fear upon them. Their worst fears. God. For the turning away of the simple shall slay them, and the prosperity of the fools shall destroy them. Yeah, for the turning away of the simple shall slay them. That's gonna slay them because they turned their back, they turned away from Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and the prosperity of the fools shall destroy them. God, the fools that despite knowledge, they're prospering right now, but they're gonna be destroyed together with their prosperity. But whoso hearken unto me shall dwell safely, and shall be quiet from fear of evil. God. And that word evil, means Eve is time and ill is bad. So we are going to be saved from these bad times. But whoso hearkeneth unto me shall dwell safely, and shall be quiet from fear of evil. So if you listen to the words of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, as scripture say, Isaiah 33:6, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. When you listen, that's when you're gonna be stable in the time of Jacob's trouble, because you're gonna have the scriptures in your mind, in your inward parts, not yet as how it's described in Jeremiah 31:31, because that's the second covenant, but it's still your light is gonna shine. People are gonna look at you like, why is this man not going buck wild? Why is he not going out of his mind? Is he not seeing that this whole world is collapsing? No, man, we're not going to be roaming around with fear. We're going to be safe. We're going to dwell safely in the house of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and we shall be quiet from fear of evil. We're going to have our sanity. We're going to stay stable, Yeah, man. So with that, I hope this video was edifying. And I want to say, Kal Halal Yamla, Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahushai, Ba'asham Raka Kodash, Shalom Akim.